We are here. And really a lot of folks look at June as the official start of summer and bathing suit season. We start to think about that in the winter, like, okay, gotta start to slim down so I can, get that bathing suit body back.
Long before June am I thinking about that, right? So yes, this is the time that we might be scrambling to try to look good if we haven't kind of gotten already, but we've got graduations, we've got weddings, we've got beach season, as you said, and so many of us look to fad diets for quick weight loss. So is there a good one? Which one is best? Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins has been trying to answer this question for all of us.
Yeah, diet's a four-letter word as far as I'm concerned. We are bombarded with diet supplement ads and different diets from keto to paleo to raw, intermittent fasting, low carb, high carb, whatever. If you're just trying to lose a few pounds, look, any of those would probably work short term, but be warned, your body remembers what you've tried before, which may explain why that go-to diet you've always used may not be working so well. Also, restrictions aren't sustainable long term, so be careful what you wish for.
Because anytime that we're going to restrict the diet, we're going to end up compromising our muscle stores, which is really the main part of our metabolism. So when we lose muscle and then we gain that weight back, we're going to gain fat back. And again, because your metabolism's been compromised, you're not going to be able to burn as many calories as you did before.
Now, if you are trying to lose more than 10 pounds, it would probably be beneficial to talk to a registered dietitian or nutritionist, because how easily you lose weight may also depend on the life stage you are in. In women, hey, once we hit 40, hormones start to change, metabolism slows down, you start to lose muscle, and your body starts to store fat. But keep in mind, there may also be some underlying conditions that affect metabolism, such as diabetes, polycystic ovarian syndrome, or thyroid condition. It is really important before you start and become frustrated, visit your healthcare professional for an assessment and some guidance. And coming up at 5, I'll tell you what you need to know about intermittent fasting. But guys, just throw a guess out there. What do you think the best diet overall would be?
Eat less, move more.
That's a great concept, but not for everyone.
Okay.
Really?
No, it doesn't work for a lot of people because there's genetics actually play a part in some. So they can eat tiny bits, but they're not going to lose weight. Ask any woman in menopause, she'll tell you.
I was just going to say, you were very right on when you were talking about women over 40, and once you hit menopause, I have been through it, and it's miserable because you're trying and you're working, and it's almost as though you're doing everything you think should help, and nothing helps. And they said when your hormones are off, that's what happens. Well, you've got to balance your hormones to some degree, right?
Yeah, absolutely. In women, there's something called estrogen receptor alpha and estrogen receptor beta. Alpha is when you're younger. You have energy, you have a high metabolism, everything is great. You can eat Cheetos all weekend and not gain a pound. And then when we hit 40, estrogen receptor B kicks in, and that's what slows everything down. That's what starts storing our fat around our midsection. Your estrogen, because in menopause you're losing it, your estrogen is stored in your fat. So your body is trying to help itself, but in the same time putting you at risk for a heart attack. So bottom line, if you're looking for a diet that really works, and everybody's different, but the go-to gold standard from every dietitian I've been talking to, Mediterranean diet. Eat more fish, eat more poultry, you know, limit your red meat intake. You know, you don't have to have a 16-ounce steak. You can have 3 ounces. No, I know, Jay. I know you so desperately want one.
But you know what? He is not a woman going through menopause, so I don't know that affects you.
But same thing with men.
16-ounce
because men lose muscle too as they age. So I mean, men are dealing with this just as much as we are. But the other issue that we need to keep in mind with the Mediterranean diet, bottom line, especially for women in menopause, low fat, low fat, low fat. Yeah. You know, that used to be the thing. Don't look for fat-free foods in the grocery store aisle.
Because there's something replacing that,
Yeah,
right?
they add sugar to it.
Yes.
And that's the last thing you want. So more fruits, more veggies, more fiber, more whole grains, complex carbohydrates.
And weightlifting, right? I mean, when you're talking about muscle building and muscle loss, that's what's key?
Absolutely. Weightlifting is key, but so is cardio. So you have to have the trifecta: cardio, resistance training, and get your diet in order.
Okay, great advice. It's not so easy to implement.
No,
we all have time for all of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ask me how I know.
No.
And that's the other thing too. A lot of people are on medications that inhibit their ability to lose weight. So that's the thing. It's not easy, folks. We all know.
But at least now we have the roadmap from Monica.
Mediterranean
diet.
Cardio.
Try it.
Weightlifting.
Thanks, Mom.
Sure.
Thank you, Mom.